Good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. Amelie Marie has ruined Applejack's morning by being first. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. So, I literally just took this trade right here. Just a traditional pullback, a little heavy on the volume on the downside, but was able to use the VWAP and the buy rotation level to rotate back up. And that's that. I am today on a 28 tick chart. I don't think I've tried this one just yet. I don't think, but we're here. So let's see how it works out today. I did turn the ATR to be on a period of 1. Yeah, I turned it to be on a period of 1 so I can see what the ATR is in real time, not delayed by so many bars. Because I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that, because I don't really use indicators like that, like indicators of that's like that. And so I was like, why does it always peak out like around 9 o'clock in the morning? Well, girl, your period is on 14. So you're looking at the ATR from the open, basically. And I was like, yeah, about that. So I did change that up a little bit. 249. Ooh, okay. Well, what a push. Mm, oh, that's imbalance there. Okay, Mr. Financial Juice, you talking too damn much. Let me turn him down. I just need you to know that he's talking, not know what he's talking about. Good morning, Timbo. It's only here for okay. Good morning, Trenches. How are you guys this morning? Millie Marie, please don't tell her that. Do not tell her that. Oh man. Oh, I had a long day yesterday, a long night. And just so you guys know, if you see me like staring off or start to get like really teary eyed or anything, remember my old basketball coach that I told you guys I was going to visit in hospice a few weeks ago? She passed away last night. So I kind of am in my feels just a little bit, but I am very happy that I was able to spend time with her. And I had a great time spending time with her. But yeah, I'm just a little sad this morning, just a little bit. Just a little bit. 26. Thank you, thank you. We are cool. You know, I love you, Applejacks, but it is a little funny, just a little. Just a tad. It's just the funniest thing ever. As soon as I go live in my software, the first thing I'm always seeing is you fighting with somebody about them being first. Every time. Every time. Mm-mm. 31. Kind of too close to the support level there. And I think we're going to end up pushing in anyway. So I did put my charts back over here on my other screen because it was too much of a hassle to try to, oh, it fixed. To try to figure out how to get it to work with you guys looking at my screen. But like I said the other day, I think that news indicator was why my charts were taking forever to load every time I loaded up NinjaTrader, because this morning it loaded straight up with no issues at all. So I think that was my problem. I am delayed by 1.6 seconds, which I just now am realizing. Let me 24. Just put that right there. Thank you, Trenches and Applejacks. I appreciate it. If you want to talk about a very kind, sweet person, that is her. That is her. She actually inspired me to want to learn sign language. I did not realize that she'd been signing. She was an ASL instructor as well, for like 30 years, I think she said. And I only found out because she had a family member who was visiting who was deaf, and they were around the same age, and her aunt just kept talking about how she remembers how when they were kids, my coach would like sit between her cousin and her friends, and she would be like signing back and forth between them. But I had no idea. And yeah, it kind of inspired me to want to learn sign language, because it was starting to get like very tiring for her trying to like translate. When her cousin was there visiting, she came like probably maybe 45 minutes after I got there. She was starting to get tired trying to, sign what me and her aunt was talking about. And she was like, she's like, it's just a lot. It's a lot for you, for me. It's just a lot. And I felt so bad. Like, I was like, okay, I kind of want to stop talking because it's too much for her. But yeah, I'm just glad that I was able to spend time with her. I'm 70, 92. So, good thing. Yesterday I did finally get through all of that freaking data. 92. No, I can't see it. I don't know if I think I like it, but I don't want to take it. Maybe I should have. Yes, I should have. So I got through all the data yesterday, and now the only thing that I need to go back and do today is do all the counter trend divergence. That should be fun. But I want to add that in there if I can, because counter trend divergence actually was treating me pretty well. So I would like to add it back. And just writing a note on my chart as to why I didn't take the trade and why I hesitated. It was exactly what I wanted though. Exactly what I wanted. What are you doing, girl? I think it's mainly because it was a trap. Buyers were in control in the point of control, which right now doesn't really matter for what I'm doing. Oh, stop it. Stop. But yeah, so today I'm going to try to get through all of the counter trend divergence. Go from there. What would the market be without one? All right, let's see. What are we down? 2.2%. Do I have the percentage over there? I don't. Add that. It would be nice to have over there. Only thing that sucks, I don't think I can control. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. $41. Is that imbalance? It was not. I might miss that. No, come back and fill me. Shit. I thought that was an imbalance. I gotta change the color of my freaking text on the order flow because sometimes the white text looks like blue. And sometimes the blue looks like white. And I genuinely thought that was white, but it's not. Damn, I forgot what was I about to do? Oh, put the percentage over here. Oh, that was two perfect pullbacks. What is that called? Oh, net change display. $24. All right, those charts are gonna mess up a little bit, but you'll be all right. Oh, that was so perfect too. Damn, Sam. And further have just like that. Yeah, after today, I think I'm gonna change the text color over there. I kind of probably, I gotta figure that out. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? All right, pot PLC was imbalanced. Colors match, a little too matchy. I was about to take a sell. I just need the volume of this bar to be kind of heavy, but it's looking like it doesn't want to be. Just 386. Nope. Ah, that's what I wanted to change and I forgot. The other. Like, I told her just said so she can make the investment. She's talking about, like, you can just invest in the indexes if you like you're gonna lose money over 10 years. That is very true. Very true. Trenches. The other parent's mother is sending me, okay? Yeah, she could definitely just do indexes like you said. That's what my people did for me and my sister. They started one like when we were younger. So my grandparents used to buy us bonds, And I'm pretty sure I cashed in like when I was in my early 20s because they had already like well exceeded the value. I had cashed in all of my bonds except one from each grandparent because I just wanted like, to have a memory of them. But my parentals had accounts for me and my sister, and all they did was put money in mutual funds. And that was, they basically told us around the time that we graduated college that we had access to it. And they said that it was either a savings for college or like, their contribution for a wedding, which good luck because I don't even want to ever get married. But so that's what they did. Um, it was a good idea because it definitely grew over time, that's for sure. And still growing. So when everything happened with the separation, and the dissolution, we had to make sure that was signed over to me and my sister. But you trade on a 1 minute candle? Chiche. No, I only trade Rinkos. So what you see on the screen is exactly what I see. I do look at a 1 minute chart just to look at it. So I always have a 1 minute chart and I'll flip back and forth between 1 and 5 just so I can see what the market's doing. A lot of times I can tell that it's choppy on Rinkos without ever going to look at a time-based chart, but sometimes I just like to go for confirmation. But these days, I like to have the time-based chart just so I can have an ATR on there, which I was just saying earlier, I just changed to 1 period because I don't really care about knowing what the last 14 candles did. I want to know what's happening in this one candle, and that's all that matters to me. Um, so yeah, that's the only reason I have it on there. I literally can go completely without it. Money for the wedding make me roll my eyes like a wedding or using that money for something. Yeah, exactly. But like I said, they said we could use it for whatever. Like we had access to it ever since we graduated college, and they said it was for wedding, college, whatever we wanted. And we had access to it before if we were in college and needed it, but neither one of us ever needed it. But yeah, we could use it for whatever. We can use it for anything. I could withdraw it and go spend money on clothes and shoes if I want, but I never touched it. I don't really feel a need to be honest with you. I'm so mad I missed those two perfect setups. I could be up 450 and make back, I would have made back all the money that I lost yesterday. I really don't mind this 28 tick chart. Like I told y'all, I'm probably going to settle somewhere between the 28, I mean the 16 and the 28, like somewhere up in there for when the market goes back to like normal. 1, 2, 3. So we'll see. We will see. Why did they, what denial reason did they give you, GJ? All right, because you got me in it. Restrictions on that shit. Yeah. I mean, I think they have to realize how much of an advantage they're in because you, as her dad, is someone who knows about investments. One of the biggest problems that I have with traditional investment accounts is that you can go through a broker, like, a financial advisor who might not really know that damn much. Just because you have a license doesn't mean you know very much. There are a lot of people with professional licenses that don't know much. They knew enough to pass the test, and that was that. And, my biggest issue is they make money whether you make money or not. Your portfolio can be going down, and baby, those commissions are still going to come out. So, they should take advantage of that. They should. Told you, like, my biggest goal is to go through. I have Wall Street Trappers basic course, But I want to go through that and then take one of his other courses if he has any more and kind of combine that with understanding how to read charts. And because if I'm not mistaken, that's kind of what, well, Ian was more so giving stock picks based on charting. But I feel like if you can combine how Wall Street Chapter teaches the background of like researching companies and then combine that with experience charting, you can really do some nice damage to the markets as far as like long-term investments and stuff. So that's kind of my goal. Improper risk management 5-to-1 ratio, but it's not true. Did you he's starting to get into technicals. Ooh, listen, if he comes out with a course where he teaches both together, I'm in. GJ, so the improper risk management has to do with that and also the scaling rule and also the 30% P&L rule. So improper risk management is going to go for either one of those three, 5-to-1 scaling or 30% rule. Did you violate any of the other ones? Also, from my understanding, and I don't know if this is true or not, from my understanding, their system can flag you for like if you take break evens, like if you take, you know, a lot of us, if we're going to break even, we're going to break even with like 1 or 2 ticks so we can cover commissions. From my understanding, their system reads that as a violation of the 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So a lot of people have been saying like just lose 1 tick basically. I don't know how true that is. That's just what I heard. Oh, let me go back to my order flow chart before this freaking bar closes. Although I would like to see us push up a little bit more if we're gonna drop down, but who knows? We haven't broke structure. That would break structure on the 1-minute chart. All right, I don't like this reversal bar up because I would have to break even right there at the VWAP. And so that's kind of pointless. It's probably gonna push through anyway. And it's it. All right, there should be the break of structure on the 1-minute chart. Yeah. They just told you 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Do you break even a lot? On Trapping Tuesday last week, I'm like, oh shit. Because I do remember when I first was exposed to him, which I'm pretty sure I was exposed to him through Ian. I just remember all he was talking about was how he, you know, made his investments based on fundamentals and just researching company owners and just all kind of stuff like that. So it's pretty nice that he has such a crazy knowledge when it comes to that aspect. Charting is just going to make things even easier for him. All right, there's the push. Still trying to figure out if I like or not the like you see how volume was, hold on. 50. How volume was starting to dry up in the swing. I'm still toying with taking these trades or not, because that was a perfect setup if the volume wasn't drying up. But as of right now, I'm okay with it, but I'm not okay with it at the same time. I'm not sure yet how I like it. I just don't have enough data. I only have like 2 days worth of data right now. Because all this time, these last few weeks, I haven't been like back testing or anything. I haven't even been writing down what I see on the charts on that particular day, mainly because I didn't really know exactly what I was wanting to look for. And it takes a lot of time to write every single trade that's happening on your screen. Plus, with me focusing heavy on finishing, like writing all of the trades from the session of April 7th, there was a lot of trades that day. Like, I can't remember what number I stopped on, maybe like 260 something, and I still haven't gone through the counter trend divergence. So that was a lot. And then I have data from the 8th as well. So starting next week, I'll be doing like I used to, like, writing down whatever trades I do take, and then also writing down what I see that could be potentials, and then kind of going from there. But I think I have a general basis of what I want. It's just little small things that I'm still trying to figure out. So we'll see. You don't even know what a certain stock chart looked like. I used to think that was crazy. He was making some money. To not know that kind of information and be as accurate as he was is crazy. So you don't, GJ. That's very interesting. I wonder, because the biggest thing with Apex, and I've said this before, they have an automated system and then they have a manual system. And from my understanding, rumors from several affiliates is that they are looking to make some changes because the way that they're trying to do things is just not going to be accurate based on their system. It's just not going to be. So some of the affiliates have been making suggestions to them as far as, like, kind of what the field wants to see and what would be better for everyone. But basically, the further you are away from violating any rules, the quicker you get approved, because the automated system is going to approve you. Once you're flagged for a potential violation or getting close to a violation, that's going to cause a manual review. And unfortunately, manual reviews are not always accurate. And, you have some where, okay, you violated the 30% consistency, or not consistency, the 30% P&L rule. You went to 32% and you closed the trade within a couple of seconds. So I'm going to be okay with, approving this. But then you have other ones that are like, no, you violated, and that's just that. So it kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Because you kind of never know what you're gonna get. Just don't. And it sucks. Damn. It's not what I wanted. I was gonna take a sell there, but we pushed up. Anyway. Was that your first denial with them? And the 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio is a rule that a lot of people hate. For me, the only reason I hate it is because if your system is not reading properly, that's a problem. Whether it's because they're using the MAE or whatever the case may be, that would be the only reason that I personally have an issue with it. 34. Push too heavy. I didn't want to double bottom. But yeah, a lot of people just hate the rule altogether, and I only hate it for that reason. Because the 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio has been giving issues since it came about. As far as their system goes, they said they fixed the system a while ago though, but I don't know. I just don't know. But there are people who are literally, they just don't like the fact that they shouldn't be risking more than 500 to make 100. Like, huh? I wonder why my data lag is still like this. I think that was Monday I was having issues, and it was because of my clock being out of sync. Like, I literally looked at my chart and there was a huge gap, and I just could not figure out what the issue was. And then finally, that next morning when I got up to trade, because I had the gap at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was trying to fix my charts before I went to bed. And when I got up at 8:30 the next morning, I'm like, why does it say it's 3:45 a.m.? So I think my clock got out of sync at that point. I do have it's very weird though because, ah, since daylight savings time, I wonder if that's the issue. Because I have an app that automatically syncs my clock. And I have noticed that since daylight savings time, my data lag will be like for me, 1.6 seconds is very high. I'm used to like 0.04. So I gotta figure out, shit. I'm gonna have to find that. Damn, damn, damn. Hmm. C23. Yesterday, I think I went down to the, yeah. Yesterday, I was gonna say today's price action. Now, I did have 3 trades so far. Now, I also have to keep in mind that I don't have counter trend divergence going yet because that whenever like pullbacks are not showing up as much, the divergence will and vice versa. So I do have to keep that in mind because that would probably increase the number of trades I would have so far this session because technically I don't think I've had a setup since 8:55. Unless I count the one where the volume was drying up on the swing that happened at 9:07. Which, like I told y'all before, I don't really care about the quantity, I care about the quality, but I also don't, I'm scalping. So I should have like 5 to 7 good setups per session. I really want to see us just break here and go for the downtrend. Although the session low is at 504.50, which we are not too far away from. I don't really want to trade going back towards that, but we'll see. Or we can just push back up. It's just this is the consolidation zone right here. So tired. I only got like a couple hours of sleep yesterday, and I went to take a nap yesterday and was woke up by a dumbass like an hour into my nap. And it's so frustrating because my body is stupid. My body saw that 1 hour nap as like real sleep, so I could not go back to sleep, and I didn't go back to sleep till like 5 o'clock this morning. So hopefully I get an actual nap in today because I need it. All right, there's the break. Finally. Hopefully we don't resist the change and we actually push. shit, I'm not even on my order flow chart. All right, we're resisting. Now, the zone is huge because it just changed. So I'm just gonna have to sit here until we break either way. Unless we come down, create a pullback, and touch this red line and then push up from there, I wouldn't mind taking a buy off of that. Now I'm trying to figure out when we're inside the zone. I know that I want the entry bar to touch like where we changed to an uptrend or downtrend. But I used to do it where as long as it's counter trend pullbacks, I don't mind if it's touching any other kind of level. Is that purple or black? So there is a possibility that that could work out there. If we, no, we're gonna pull back with too much volume there. See, the only thing is here, this touched this level, but I would have lost. But also, though, this push up was kind of heavy. The volume in this swing up, not just in the swing, but in the actual reversal bar was pretty heavy. This one, it wasn't. So that can contribute to it. I think I want... It's kind of close. Wasn't enough. Created a higher low on the 1 minute chart. So we could be creating a flag pattern though if we don't break the high at 606, which is right below that support level up there. I'm interested to see if we go into an uptrend or if we reverse down and try to continue down here. Hopefully we don't just consolidate though. go. There's the break. Have an overnight high right there. We do have light impact news at 9:30, so I'll stop at 9:28. The markets are moving so slow. I think I've gotten used to the crazy ass volatility. Now it's like, this is all you're giving me. But I don't want to take that as a sign to decrease my Ringo size because look what happened yesterday. Out of nowhere. News event, high volatility. Now the lower tick Ringo charts look crazy and are moving too fast. Good morning, True. How are you this morning? All right, so let's see if we could look for a buy here. We are coming up on the VWAP. Which, by the way, $51. Going to take this buy here. If we actually push up right here. Oh my God, why did you get so heavy? Did we touch the VWAP up there? 39.75, nope. Barely missed it. Now I can't take the buy because the overnight high's right there. It's too close. This is where I would like to be on a lower tick chart because I know that there was some kind of structure in here, like on the downside, that I could have traded. You're a little green. We are True. How are you doing this morning? All right, so sit out for the news event. I'm surprised my data lag is still this high. I have to figure out where that I feel like I have this on my computer somewhere. I just don't remember what it's. NTP. There we go. It's already installed. How do I open it? The only reason I even care is because with me scalping the way that I do, my trades don't even last that long. So having a 2-second delay is not good. Alright, I'll check that later. I just want like 1 or 2 more decent trades. That's it. 120, 114. Damn. Alright, there's 120 twice. I'm a little late there. I don't know if that's gonna push though. I might end up getting stopped out. Yeah, I am. That's alright. And knowing me. I forgot. I wanted the point of control to be in the body of the candle. I should have looked down before I took the trade anyway. Duh. That's what you have a cheat sheet for. Let's see. Question is, I was literally going to say the question is, will we be able to push through the overnight high? We did. We did. So much so I didn't even get filled. This is what I'm talking about with this data lag. I should have gotten filled here. I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. The close of the bar was 9:32 in the on the dot, and the milliseconds was 0.58 and 0.458, and that bar that came back to hit my entry was 0.619. So about a like 150 like milliseconds basically. Now, if my data lag was normal, the 0.04 seconds, I would have gotten filled right there. So that kind of sucks. All right, so I gotta remember I want the POC to be in the body on those. You getting an 8-piece grilled chicken when you leave the gym? You got 50 grams of protein already? What did you eat? Honestly, if I didn't consume like the 000 protein yogurt, and I have a pretty decent protein powder as well. Let's see, I also get my protein from my salmon in the morning, some peanut butter in my smoothie. But I don't eat a lot of meat, so I have to get a lot of my protein like that. Does anyone use Elite Trader funding? No. A lot of people I know don't like Elite Trader funding because if you don't just go for small payouts, they're going to end up denying your payout and closing your account. There's like way too many people who talk about that. Yeah, Janelle did. I don't think she trades any props now. I think she's all personal account. I'm so mad I didn't get filled right there. All right, let's see. I'll look for another buy if we get another pullback. I'm so mad I didn't look down at my cheat sheet before I took that trade. Break even for no reason. Like if you just keep with the, you know, couple thousand, like 3,000, 5,000, probably if you go beyond that, it's a no-go. 58. Why would you turn neutral? You dirty bastard. Oh, well, the neutral cut me out of a loss. But jeez. It literally was what I wanted like 3 different times in that bar, and then at the end it changed. Okay. $193. Just need the point of control to flip and the delta to flip as well. There's a point of control. There's the delta. Oh, nope. You whore. And it goes. That's the same trade I just lost right there. Wait, did I trade that right there? I did. Mm. Oatmeal and yogurt with milk. There's 14 grams in each of the yogurts I had. I got you. Got you, got you. I had to stop eating oatmeal. I used to love eating oatmeal in the morning. Now, no. Oatmeal bothers my stomach. So I hate my sister. Because why would she do that? All right, so tomorrow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like I can stick with one contract, but I might go up to two starting tomorrow. No, I think I'm going to stick with one tomorrow and then start at two on Monday. Since my account will renew on Saturday, next Saturday. And I actually had a good number of trades today, not taking into account that I don't have counter trend divergence yet. Day traders, you just they pull up to the water hose, check your shit to get gone, and then they. Oh my god, please! What an analogy. I could see that though. I could definitely see that. Oh my gosh. Come on, push. I would like to see more than 1.4K in this swing. We can. A little bit more. Not equal. No, not equal. Okay. It's better. Now we just need a pullback. I would like to not pull back on this bar. This bar is way too heavy. That's better. That bar is kind of heavy too. Oh, I'm gonna have a headache today. I could feel it in my neck. But I got 3 minutes. I did not want to end up break even today. Did not. The sellers are trying, honey. There's 1,000 volume in this candle, this reversal candle. There's an imbalance on the downside, and the delta's like negative 100. Oh, they failed. There was a lot riding right there. Come on, we got 2 minutes. Show me something. Come on. Look at that. That's surprising, actually. I can't take this buy, though. That is way too heavy. We would have to stall for quite a long time, or we would have to pull back to this VWAP and push from there. Even then, it's not gonna actually. Actually. My alarm's about to go off. Is it bad that I want to take this trade even though my session's done? It probably is. It doesn't even look like it's gonna set up though. I'm gonna be so bad if I take this trade and loses because I ain't supposed to be in it anyway. Oh, it's not gonna go. What the hell? This market is insane. I have got to change the colors of this thing. Is that white? No, it's blue. I am changing that today. I am legit. If this zigzag stays green, I'm taking this trade. I don't even care that my session is over. I'll probably regret it, but I'll be all right. Where are you going? Or if this reversal bar paints up and it's not what I'm looking for, I'm done. That's exactly what it's gonna do. Hippos is the institution. Hippos will beat your ass. You probably don't know that song. I don't. First of all, trenches, don't do that. No, I don't know what song that is. All right, so session is over. Took 2 trades, missed some. Like I said, my biggest goal today is to try to get the counter trend divergence done today. That would be nice. So 2 things. Number 1, I should have looked down at my cheat sheet because the point of control is in the wick and I want it to be in the body. But also, and I lost a trade like this yesterday as well. One thing that I think I'm noticing now, when it comes to taking trades at an opposite level and we're rotating like this, so this is the overnight high, and I'm trying to take a buy and both this candle and this candle touched it basically. It can work, but I think it can only work if the delta of the entry bar is more than the delta of whatever the highest volume candle in this swing, which I think was actually the reversal bar this time. No, actually there were 2 bars that had the same exact volume in this swing. But either way, I think that's the only way that that works. So this particular trade, actually there was 2 reasons why this trade was all wrong. Point of control was in the wrong place and the delta of this entry bar was less, and we're trying to rotate to push, above the overnight high. So aside from that little mistake, it wasn't that bad of a session, considering I missed just a few trades. And would you look at that? I would have gotten, no, I would have gotten stopped out on that trade, but it didn't set up the way I wanted it to anyway. But yeah, so going into tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna still use 1 contract tomorrow, but then next week is when I'm gonna have to up the ante because I really want to pass this account number 1. But also, I think the strategy is almost ready. It's as ready as it's gonna be. The biggest thing is I didn't really change that much. I just changed which bars are being compared as far as volume and delta, but everything else is pretty much the same. But switching how I'm comparing the volume and delta to tell me, you know, if I'm trading with momentum or not, I think it's going to have a huge impact on my results. Mainly because I have to look at where in the swing created the most force to push the swing. Sometimes it's not the reversal bar. Actually, a lot of times it's not the reversal bar, and I think that's kind of what was getting me screwed up sometimes. Like, I'll show you guys, for instance, with, if you look at this chart right here, right? So when I used to get into the trade, so let's say this counter trend divergence, I'm looking for a sell. I would look at this bar compared to this one. But if you look on this volume indicator, that's not where the biggest like force of the push was. There's only 262 volume in that candle, but then when you look here, there's almost 1190 in that particular candle. There's 1189. So I think what was happening when I was trying to trade volume only, which although it was working, you still need some aspect of order flow, because order flow is really going to tell you if things are a little too heavy. Like, you can get into a buy and volume is telling you it's a great buy, but the delta of that entry bar is like -70. Well, obviously that's probably going to lose, right? But anyway, so what I've been noticing ever since switching to looking at the full swing, what was that, last week, maybe sometime, is that comparing this bar to this one, where we had the outside bar, this is actually where I was looking for a reversal to happen so we can get a pullback to push up. This is way more important than here, because not only is there way more volume in this candle, but there's a higher delta as well. So trying to compare it to the reversal bar just was not going to end up working long term for the most part. Now, ChatGPT did tell me though that there is a possibility, when I'm just doing traditional pullbacks in the direction of the trend, it is okay to only look at the reversal bars, but I think I'm going to like, regardless of what my setup is, just looking at the highest volume bar in the pullback swing and going from there. So hopefully tomorrow you guys will see me taking some counter trend divergence trades, because I should be able to get through all of that today and try to get a general basis as to what I'm looking for. Now, when I was looking at just the reversal bar of the reversal bars, comparing those, there were, quite a few times where that is the highest volume bar in the swing. And so some of my data that I have from when I was looking at it like that is still accurate, because there's nothing else to compare to since the reversal bar was the highest bar in the swing. So we'll see. Hopefully, what I come up with, I can start trading tomorrow and I'll get more trades in, but we'll see. But I thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:45 Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.